So, hello, good afternoon, guys. I'm Praveen here. Welcome to another live session from Thousand Miles AI. And today, our intention is to decode some GitHub repositories. As you know, recently, if you are following Twitter or LinkedIn or any social media, like you might have seen lots of repositories getting trending very fast. So one of the examples I could give from my recent memory was OpenClaw project, which was a viral hit, right? When you see the like agents in action, like agents which could connect to multiple tools of yours, like messaging tools, mailing, note-taking tools, and it was getting viral. And people were amazed by it, and like the adoption was very fast. And after that, like kind of it started a trend of tools coming in with people are developing a lot of tools in different areas and AI-based tools. I mean, and these are getting trending very fast. And one of the in recent weeks, what we saw was trending was this MoneyPrinterTurbo project. So what it basically does is creating a video generation pipeline with very, you can say like a minimal pipeline and pushing it to different social media. But the whole intention of our session is to like kind of break down what they are using, what techniques they are using. So today we focus on video generation. So we might be talking about what are involved in this process, maybe some speech models, what are the techniques, concepts used there, and we will also look into briefly into the architecture of how they design the systems, and that's the whole intention of this series, decoding repo series. And we will also give you some insights on how you can understand things more better, and in future you can also, when you want to design something, you have already have some mental model of these concepts through our like these sessions, right? You will hear like a lot of concepts, so you will already have some idea, okay, what is what and where to use the stuff. So Shibin is already here, and we were like shortly discussing about this money printer turbo and the virality of the project. So yeah, Shibin, like what is your take, and how do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I want to start with reiterating on what you have mentioned first, right? Like the intention of the session is to, you know, let people understand the core concept by
Mhm.
going through the famous code repos. What I feel is like, I mean, we've been talking to multiple students, right?
Yeah.
They're all asking about the better resources
First,
first,
right?
right?
Like,
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, there are multiple ways you can do it. Either you go through a bunch of the courses or like books, everything. But according to me, the best way to learn the things, as especially in the software engineering and AI engineering, might not be correct for the data science part, but for these two fields, which is really booming, especially the AI engineering, the best way to understand the thing is going through some real practical thing,
Mhm.
right? So it give you two things, like you can identify multiple design patterns.
Mhm.
Also, it allow you to improve your inherent ability to build a good product.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? That's how I put this thing, like follow through the sessions. We are just starting with one of the repo. We'll have like multiple walkthrough on multiple famous and infamous repos.
Yes,
Uh,
sure.
yeah, yeah. That is the whole point of the things. Also, I want to mention that with all this LLM thing, right? Whenever you go through the repo, one thing is like it's comparatively easy. Like
Mhm.
whenever I started with all this software engineering, I started following all this GitHub repo. It was very hard to go through the files, understand the
Yeah,
things.
yes,
But now with the help of LLM, like code is the not the main artifact. The design thinking is the main artifact. So
yes,
understanding, in order to understand it also, you can use LLM tools to get the gist of it, understand the architecture and navigate from there.
yeah,
So our intention is to not to open a file and like, there is a function called this, or like there is an if
yes.
condition, or
Okay, no
use
one.
some XYZ. Yeah. It's not like a code walkthrough, it's more
Mm,
about the architectural walkthrough. So you can learn this concept from the real
mm.
practical example, then pattern match when you have the real application there,
Yes, yes. Yeah.
right?
So yeah, in short, the takeaway is like we show them how you connect the blocks, how people have
Hmm.
connected the blocks, and what are the
Hmm.
techniques, etc. What are the like even in LLM, like just plainly telling, it's there are many modalities, right? Many different things you can achieve with it. Many are like familiar with chat, but chat is
Hmm.
just a surface. Like you have image generation, image to text, like from image understanding analysis, from a prompt to image videos. Then we come to
Hmm.
speech. We have many things. Like we will talk more about that in the session.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is like giving you like there are many building blocks in software related, and in LLM also provides different options to mix and match. And we will see
Hmm.
how people mix everything, build like a system out of it. And
Exactly.
yeah, and yeah, again, like one thing is, as Shibin mentioned, like get your hands dirty. That's the only way forward.
Yeah, that's the only way to learn. Yeah,
Yes. So
there is no escape. So
yeah,
let me
Shibin.
do share screen. Let me share the screen. I don't want to. Uh, I know all are running behind the deadlines.
Yes.
Myself also. So this is the repo. Like we'll tag this repo uh, in the YouTube live also. You can go ahead and look into it. So as Praveen mentioned, you see I mean, there are a couple of screenshot you can see. One is like APIs, what all the API supports, and one is like how the UI looks like. So basically, from a video subject or transcript, it can create a proper video and publish it. Like they support multiple platforms. I think list is somewhere down like I think TikTok, Insta, it supports. So
YouTube
let's
also.
look. Yeah, I think the best way for you to understand the quality it can generate, there are like some caveat, we'll get into that, but quality of the output, it's better to look into couple of it, right? Like I'll just open one of it. Maybe I already watched this. Let's together watch this one,
Yeah.
right?
Mountains change our sense of scale. A difficult climb becomes a sequence of small steps, and the noise of daily life fades into wind, stone, and distance. Reaching the top matters, but the deeper lesson is simpler. Patience can carry us farther than speed.
So you see the quality of the video, right? How they achieve, we'll get into it. But if you first thing about any repo or any project, be it be it a bigger or larger project, the understand the audience or user story of it, right?
Mhm.
This I feel, I mean, it's not explicitly mentioned. I feel it's more for the content creators or like, headless YouTube
Mm,
content creator who does want to stuff together a couple of things and create a very quality video. So they get some sort of either revenue or like visibility,
mhm,
whatever the things, right? I feel that is the main use case it's trying to solve. So you can see a lot of interesting choices it made in order to achieve it. So as I mentioned, nowadays we don't, at least personally, I don't go through individual code line and understand the overall architecture. I of course use LLM to give me uh, the high level idea, then I deep dive as and when required. So I
yeah.
already did. Uh, I mean, this is an HTML presentation I created, so I can convey the idea better,
Okay,
right?
Shibin,
So,
just for our viewers. So if they want to create something like this, what will be a simple 30-second steps they can do to do this? Just pick the
yeah, I mean, there are a couple of skills I can maybe like caught it. Like there are like a skill you can create architecture, reverse
Mhm.
architecture for the code. But nowadays, if you see the models, right? I personally use nowadays use Opus 5 or Fable 5, it well understand. You don't need a specialized skill. It understand the code structure and everything. You can just ask like, I need to understand this project. Give me I got this kind of response because I asked specifically for the system architecture and specific interesting area I want to look into it. Uh, I mean, varying on your interest, you can probably ask whatever the question you want. Maybe like you might not be interested in system architecture. You can only see like only for the LLM flow, give me the system architecture. Pretty well and good to understand the intent and build it from the code. So
yeah.
I would say like don't stress. I mean, if you are using a smaller model, there are skills I can probably share post them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it's pretty standard. The since we have mixed audience who are like software engineering want to learn the AA part, also the AA engineers who want to understand the full stack of the software. I'll just spend like 1 minute on what does this mean. So it's a usual thing. You have a web UI. They are using Streamlit. If you're not familiar with Streamlit, it's an easy way to create UI.
For quick prototyping,
Yeah,
I mean, we as a like a data science team, we use it very common because we have sometimes models. We just create Streamlit, or even you might have heard of the Gradio. So Gradio front end, and just share it with the teammates. So we can even host, I think, locally in local host, and they can access through net. So quick testing and all this stuff we use a lot. But I think not only limited to data science, even for like small projects and things like that, this is very commonly used.
Yeah, it has bunch of specialized things like plotting. I mean, whatever the as Praveen mentioned, Grady and Streamlit is mainly used by data science people. I mean, software also it's used, but mainly for the prototyping. So it has bunch of libraries extension around it. Since you are going to build with the help of LLM, you don't have to go and learn each of it. Like it's pretty easy to build. If you ever want to prototype something, you can mainly of course for the prototype. But yeah, and the REST API they are using something called FastAPI. It's a web framework on top of Python. Like it's getting very popular, especially due to multiple factors like async IO, inbuilt support, and like there are a bunch of reasons. And it's very lightweight. It's not heavyweight as other framework. Some of you might have heard about Django and all those things. So this is one of the framework, Fast API. You can probably learn it if you have time. Like then it has a CLI interface also. That is pretty much about it. And the orchestration layer, if you are not too familiar with this sort of architecture diagram, this is kind of an HLD if you architecture, like what are the components there. So interface means how you can communicate the thing. The orchestration, like the remaining bottom lines are code actually. I mean, it just structured into layers, so it's easy to understand. So it has a task manager, like basically you may have some, these are heavy tasks, right? You have to queue in, queue out. So it doesn't, it's a heavy task, so it need to run for some time, right? So I don't want to get into too much into it. It's a common pattern where you add a, instead of directly calling and waiting for the results, so you add to a queue. Then whenever there is a worker present, whenever there is a free resource, it pick up the thing and work. Like essentially that's task manager.
Yeah, so
And
just Shibin, one thing I want to say, like I think we will talk about these things in also in our system design series, right? So later, so you can also
state is somewhere you store all the things. Let's again we can talk more about that in the system design. Only main point I want you to understand is the pipeline thing, right? So basically how it internally work is like it has bunch of steps. say as we saw in the graph, right? It starts with either full transcript or the subject, and it provide entire video. So if you only provide the subject, it create the transcript using the LLM. Now the second step is like maybe like uh, uh, create the video, patch it up, like create the audio, uh, patch it up, sort of things, right? So you have bunch of things. So I mean, pipeline is a common term if you're first time hearing, like pipeline is a sequential action. So it has bunch of sequential action. It runs and manage it. And service is also, it's not purely service. So basically, it interact with couple of subsystem based on the functionality. It has LLM capability, it has voice capability, subtitle capability, video rendering, and all those things. And the providers, let's talk later. So that is pretty much on a high level. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on it because it's more of a software engineering common thing. Then the pipeline is the interesting part. From the AI perspective, the pipeline is the interesting part for us, right? So first is they have a script. So basically what happens is whenever there is a subject, and assume there is no transcript, what it does is like it invoke an LLM saying that create me a transcript out of it, right? Then after that, what it does is it take the transcript and identify the search terms for the video. So basically the entire architecture, how it works is, maybe I can show you in the README. Where I can see video search. I forgot the platform name. Praveen, do you remember the
For
platform?
the I think
Video?
the Pixabay, or you mean the stock platforms, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So basically, if you see Pexel or Pexaboy, I mean, I don't personally use it. So it has bunch of like free videos, photos, and everything, right? So what it does is like first it create the transcript. The second step it does is identify the search term in these platform, so it can search by that and download those videos.
Okay, got it.
Correct? Then that's how it's creating the video. So if you have seen that video we have played before, right? It doesn't look like an AI generated video. Why?
Because
Because it's not an AI generated
it's
video.
basically they are using a realistic footage. If they need to tie multiple, they use multiple videos and tie it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more of like, you know, if my topic is penguin,
Oh, okay. You they
create
already.
the transcript and get some videos. It doesn't get single video, it gets multiple videos and stitch together the things.
Okay, got it.
So one interesting point you have to understand that it follows a pattern. So it's called prompt chaining. So how does it work internally is, so if you see this file, right, this is a generate llm.py. So generate term, right? Let's me. So if you see, I mean, this is the main, it doesn't get executed, but it first create the transcript, right? It then it generate from the video transcript. The input is video transcript, right?
Yeah.
So why I am stressing on it, it's called a technique called prompt chaining. That is this is the all intent of this session, right? You get to learn some smaller patterns, and you can put together all together in like whenever you have a real world application. So this is called prompt chaining. So what you need to understand is, if you purely think about the cost, right, you can combine those things. So basically, you can video subject and your system prompt. Also, you ask for a topics on which you can search for the videos. So according to the Claude recommendation itself, it's not a good idea. So how you should think about is like, if your output varies, if you see the first one, the output is nothing but a simple natural language. It has its own restriction. So it need to follow some tone. I'm not sure about the system prompt, but it's going to have some system prompt which detect the style and all those things. And the output is just a regular text, right? With all this pattern, including the breaks and all those things. But if you see the second output, the requirement is you need list of search terms, right? So this output varies, right? And the indent also varies. So putting all this thing doesn't give you, I mean, according to the cloud, doesn't give you good performance. Instead, you should have a targeted question. That's called prompt training. I mean, you can go ahead and read.
Also, in future, if you want different models to like first step done by a powerful model, maybe script writing is, let's say, assume it's a challenging task. You want it to done with Opus 5. Maybe the second part is maybe simpler, so you just get it done with Sony or some smaller model. So you can also split probably like that, right? If needed.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. So this is, I mean, this is a good document if you didn't read yet. And if you are new to all this agent building and you only know the basics, go ahead and read this. It's Claude official site, and it has a building effective agents. So it's recommended to have chaining rather than like combining all this
All
thing,
the
because
things.
yeah, the first thing come to your mind is like this is costly, why don't I combine everything? But you won't get the better result, right? So basically, going back to the topic, the interesting thing here, this pattern exists in order to meet the chaining. Then maybe after that, they TTS, I think Praveen, probably you can talk more about TTS.
So
Mm,
like you mean the first step was script writing. Second steps we did search terms, like find the like mine the search terms, and probably then we are requesting for the videos, right? Then I think comes the narration part, like where probably like you use this, as Shibin mentioned, TTS. TTS is nothing but text to speech model. So this LLMs writes the what is the narration, suitable narration for this topic, and those are given to a model which is it necessarily need not be an LLM. It can be an LLM based, transformer based, or non-transformer based model as well. There are many options for. I think Shibin is already showing what are supported. So text-to-speech models, you have like local models, you have APIs which you can use to convert a text to a narration. So there are many options nowadays. Like if you are familiar with, you might have heard 11 Labs. Then if you are using within India, you have Sarvam's models as well, where they support. You give narration. You can also use your own cloned voice and make the narration speak like you, talk like in your voice. So there are many
mm,
options for text to speech, which is nothing but in short TTS. So TTS can be used for this video narrations, presentation narration, now like many use cases. And the opposite part is speech to text, which you might be familiar in for example in YouTube. If you go and check for transcription, right, you already You just upload the video, and most of the time YouTube creates the transcription for you. So that models are the opposite path, where they take the speech and convert to text. So these are two things to understand. There are, I think we should also do sometime. We also have a full suite for a text to speech and speech to text models, right? I think we'll do later a session on that. But I think for now, it's good. Like this small understanding is enough, where you just understand that you have models to convert. Once you have a text written to speech as a narration, even time stamped, I think is possible. And the opposite is speech to text. And there are providers through API. There are local models which you can run if you have good enough hardware. So yeah, I think Shibin, this level of understanding should be fine for now.
Yeah. One thing I want to, just to spark a curiosity into your mind. So one thing like fascinating for me is like maybe some, we are just throwing the pointers. I think it's called emotional intelligence. So basically, there are a lot of research happening.
In conversational, right? Yeah.
Correct. The way we speak, like whenever you attend a call, right? Like
Hmm.
if it's a support call and supported by AI, you quickly get it right because it's like monotonous, like hi.
Monotonous. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
robotic. Yeah, you feel the robotic
How
repetitions.
to,
Yes.
yeah, how to get out of this thing is a very active research area. I think 11 Lab released some models a couple of months back or something. It's a very interesting area. Go ahead and read if you are curious about what's happening there. We'll have follow-up session on this thing, or like stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it creates subtitle. We'll get into it. Then the footage and final rendering happens. Footage means the search happens at this layer, and the final rendering happens. Um, so for the subtitles, they are using, as Praveen mentioned, to I'll show you the model. I think they are
So
using
I think they are also calling
AI,
it as
right?
ASR. Yeah, automatic speech recognition. Support model. I saw somewhere they mentioned OpenAI model.
Mhm, mhm. I think which model that is.
Subtitle. Yes. Yeah. Whisper.
Yeah, Whisper, if you are hearing for the first time, hopefully most of you might have heard about Open Whisper.
Yeah, it's a very very common project.
A lot of this, uh, that coding agents are there, right? Like the open source coding agents,
Hmm, hmm.
everybody OpenAI Whisper. This is an open source model. It's also an interesting read. Like we can have a session on this separately, but this can run locally. Basically, uh, so I also have this installed. I use it for sometimes for fun. If I so there are interesting use case, right? So sometimes I use it for note taking, like use Open Whisper instead of not for the general
Yeah.
work. Like maybe like if I want to scribble something when I'm in bed, I use it. It's pretty good. And
Yes.
yeah, that is pretty much the flow, right? So there are like other things like the code optimization they does, or the internal details. Like you can read about credential reduction, config snapshot per task, declarative provide, think block stripping. Thing because this particular model output this thing block often, so
Hmm.
there's some logic around stripping uh, the blocks. I
Yeah.
mean, these things it will come like this can be only identified during your like testing phase and all.
Yes. Yes.
You can optimize it. Credential reduction is a normal pattern where you can't log the credentials, so you
Hmm.
always have. Whenever you log, you remove the logs. These are
Yes.
common patterns. You don't have to worry too much. But
I
the
think
key
it's a
takeaway,
good, I think good to know that, okay, this common problems you can also expect, right? Anyone working with this, I think this model stripping, block stripping, etc. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Also, like multi. So if you see, right, it has 15 LLM support.
Mm.
It won't wonder you if you're like, into this field for something. But if you go and check, I don't know what is the dependency they're using. Yeah, they're using light LLM. So
Mm.
basically using a wrapper around it, which
Anyway.
provide all. So you may feel like they might have written some custom code for it.
Mm.
Nothing like that. Most of the people use a light LLM or some other wrapper and use it.
Yeah.
So
It's
if
a
you,
like if you're
Mhm.
wondering, it's just a common interface through which you can just write one integration and you connect to many different models, APIs, right?
Yeah, if you see this entire project, right, it's comparatively very smaller thing, like small project, like how many, like 20 or 30 files. But it works well with a stitched video. I
Yes.
mean, your video is out there, it can stitch and create a very good content. Probably that satisfy a lot of things. I mean, you can think about the extension also, right? Assume you have a company, but you have bunch of snippets of video recording.
Mm.
Like you want to create another video combining all this thing, you can still. It's more about the copyright aspect, right? If you have the copyrighted small shots, this
You
can be
can,
extended
yeah.
to do that,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I think
I
there are many use cases you can build around this. Like you can also experiment with, like if you want, like there are already some products, but you can also
Mhm.
try to generate for the narration. I mean, I think there are already many workflows projects like this, but that's also an option if someone wants to reuse many parts of this, but just change a few things. It's
Yeah,
good experiment.
look at the stars and folks, no? I
Mm, yeah.
mean, it's so simple and one specific area, one core problem it's solving, it's so famous. Now
Mm,
that leads to, I mean, I always wonder what is the future of SaaS, right? And
mm,
with this minimal code, you can create one very crisp product by yourself for your use case. Now all this complicated SaaS, why we need, I mean, that is the entire discussion around happening around this
yes.
SaaS use, right? It's still required for larger organization for like a personal use. I can live with my own software,
Mm,
right? This all leading to that, I guess. Um, yeah. Uh, to to wrap up, I want to the takeaway I want you to have after watching this is understand there are models which help you for the TTS or STS, speech to text or text to speech models are there. You can combine it as a pipeline. I mean, this entire thing is called pipeline organization. So basically, you have step-by-step thing, and you go one by one. That's called pipeline. We'll maybe like next session we'll be talking about the orchestrator pattern. How
mm,
these are multiple ways you can organize the agents. Um, and then we can probably show you like um, agentic architecture. There
yeah.
is, I
Yeah.
think, it's
So
covered
again,
only.
yeah, like I just want to say this is
Mhm.
also you can consider like another common term is workflow, right? Like people might have
Mhm.
heard a workflow a lot. So this is also a fixed pipeline. So that's what we mean by here.
Mhm.
So I think the
Yeah.
creativity is within a step. Like the script writing creativity, everything is within the step. But
Mhm.
the what do you say? Like there is no creativity on how which step to choose next. Can you do some other unknown undefined steps yet? So that's where the
Mhm.
agentic part come. I think we will discuss a project like on agentic workflows on orchestration in a later video. Yeah.
Yeah. And one last thing I want you to take out today is the prompt chaining. I hope you all understood that concept of prompt chaining. Agent, whenever you develop the agent, think about whether all fit into one agent or you need multiple sequential things. So that is the key takeaway. I feel that's the crux of uh, this project and why it worked beautifully.
Yes. Yes. Sometimes
Cool.
simple is better. So yeah,
Yeah.
like I think we discussed like a lot of different perspectives. I also agree with you. Today's biggest takeaway is prompt chaining. That's a concept like which you can that pattern you can use in many places and achieve a lot of things with like simple solutions rather than going for jumping into complex ways to solve problems. But this is just the beginning of our series. So I'm pretty sure we will come up with like a more interesting projects. And if any of you have any suggestions and you want us to walk through or give an overview of any trending work, please do share in our comments. And yeah, Shibin, if there is nothing else from you, then I wish you a good evening and good afternoon. And let's meet in another session. Bye.
Yeah.